Yeah, sponsor us. Kodiak cake.
If this works and you're watching this on YouTube, you can see our setup. We don't have this. We're not having to start recording the actual podcast.
Yeah.
So if you're on YouTube, you get some exclusive content.
Yeah.
The casting couch.
Hey, yeah. Like and subscribe.
All right, and we're live now on the podcast as well. So what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Mindcation. This is the first episode we've done back in person. Clearly, we're still missing someone. Our dear old friend Noah is doing the business right now. And,
He's got a big boy job.
Coach.
Yep, he's doing a basketball clinic right now, so we hope that's going well.
I respect it, yeah.
So he's
Teaching the youth.
teaching the youngins how to do things properly.
Valuable things about life, honestly, you know.
Correct. Yeah.
That's where everybody learns their core values, you
Yeah,
know, sports and basketball, specifically.
Specifically.
Exactly.
You know, hopefully this video actually,
Works.
makes it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's picking up our audio. If not, I'll probably just have to edit this audio and put it there.
Yep.
Which last time I did that,
Later.
it sucked because,
It was just a little off or something?
oh yeah, because that, like, the video version was muted.
Oh.
So then I had to try to match it up by just lip reading.
Oh, shit. That would be hard.
Yeah, it was
That
not
would be
fun.
really hard.
But hey, I hope that this works. Pretty sure the
I'm pretty
microphone's
sure it
on.
would. Hell yeah.
So
Looks
yeah.
on.
So how are you guys doing? It's good to be back in person with you guys.
Oh,
No.
man.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Good first online week of classes. It's been interesting. You can definitely tell everyone's just trying to know what the hell they're doing, and that's been fun. Getting a schedule set up.
Absolutely.
And just trying to, figure out how to keep everything kind of getting everything done on time.
In check, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out pretty much the same thing as Brock, just kind of trying to set up my schedule and stuff. But since my recent job acquiring
you haven't been on since
Yeah.
No, I haven't been on since.
you got your certification.
Yeah, so I am now officially NSCA, National Strength and Conditioning Association, certified personal trainer. Woo! $365 down the drain for that sucker, and it was a pretty good exam. But yeah, so
Where do you personally train?
So I got hired at Reimer's Performance. So anybody trying to get strong, just hit me up. I'm accepting clients now. But yeah, so it's just going to be kind of like filtering my schedule out with trying to replace hours at the shop with personal training clients.
As far as personal training, are you looking for a specific client, or are you going broad range?
I'm definitely willing to be flexible for sure. I'm just really kind of looking for to help people succeed, But I still think I have lots to learn across everybody's different situation, Like I think it would be good for me to get reps kind of across the board with whatever kind of goals people have.
As like a personal trainer and stuff like that, like you learn as you get new clients.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, each client, the biggest thing
They're
is
so different.
you can't treat, and I mean, you're not gonna, I know you well enough, and I
Right.
know that you love to study, that you love to research, that you love to challenge yourself, and so as when you're a personal trainer, you want to make sure that you're not making cookie cutter programs and things like that.
Absolutely.
You want to make sure you make them client specific, and each client has different challenges and different tasks, and so that's, I mean, the greatest thing with personal training is you're always continuing to learn, you're always continuing to get better, you're always continuing to further on your career essentially. So
For sure. Another thing too, I'm really trying to take to like the next level of my personal trainer client relationships is just like improving the amount of communication between us, like texting them like throughout the week, like 3 or 4 texts a week, just like asking them how they're doing that day, because I feel like it's a lot of the time just the day-to-day stressors that kind of influence training the most, whether they don't hit an RP one day or not, because I'd like to know, especially the kind of factors like that, especially just trying to design their program going forward to be maximum effectiveness, because really personal trainers just out there to try to help. Any good personal trainer will try to help in all aspects.
It's to be there for your client, and it's to, like, I mean, you said, send them a text, and then just, I mean, in order to be a personal trainer, you have to be personable. You got to be able to talk. You got to be able to talk about anything. You got to be able to, you know, because when you're bringing your client into a training session, most likely they're going to be in an uncomfortable state because they're not used to lifting or exercising as much, depending on your client profile.
Yeah.
But I mean, lifting in general, if you're in a comfortable state, most likely you're not making the best progress per se. I would say, because like, let's say like I go into the gym and I comfortably, you know, am doing bench and I'm not challenging myself at all. Yeah, you're stimulating your muscles and stuff like that, but the thing is you're not doing anything to really push your body to improve, so eventually you're going to hit a plateau to where you're not.
Sure.
And so as like a personal trainer, that's why most of the time, at least for me, my experience is that's why clients, you know, enjoy to have someone there to always be progressing, to always be there to push them, to always be there to just like be like, no, you're doing everything right, you just got to keep on grinding, you got to keep on going. So
this is good, really, to keep it interesting too, because I know, especially for me, like doing squat, bench, deadlift all the time for sure gets very boring.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like trying to switch up my training enough and having interesting enough accessories to be able to keep it interesting.
Well, yeah, I'll be
training
super
around.
interested once you start training to see how like your, cause I mean, I can tell you, I've been a personal trainer over a year now, and like when I first became one, I luckily, like, I mean, for you have to go out and search for clients right now. Where I did mine through the campus rec, so like I had some clients, not really, kind of handed to me just because some personal trainers were leaving and stuff like that. So that was super nice. And so like I had kind of some background profiles on a few. And so for me, the first few clients I got to where I would have to, you know, do the background. It took me a little bit, you know, but it's always challenging and it's super interesting. So I'll be interested to hear like how your mindset changes and like how your programs change, because that's the interesting thing with me is if I look back a year ago, my program probably totally changed from then to now, just because you know, you always want to continue learning. There's always new books. You know, the strength and conditioning field, just in general, and the personal training field, and the exercise field in general is always changing. It seems like there's always new things. And I mean, going on that subject, kind of a new thing, not necessarily a new thing, but something that we're going to bring back every Sunday. We're going to have study Sundays. So me and Isaac will be looking over studies and then kind of going about and sharing information that, you know, we find interesting, or else what other people find interesting, and we're looking at actual legitimate studies done by professionals.
Yep. Yep. And eventually we'll kind of explain how we go through our like checklist almost of how we determine if a particular study is valid to us or not. And
Nutrition 302 right there.
302. Absolutely.
College in general.
Yeah, college in general. Kind of sifting through the bullshit, you know.
But I mean, saying that, if you guys have anything that you want us to look into, slide into the DMs. Slide into the DMs.
We'll research it for you. Give you a nice little like
breakdown,
4 or 5 minute snippet, and you just watch that, learn everything you need to know. Honestly.
For the people, when are you guys starting this?
Next Sunday, we're hoping. So we have our first topic. If you're listening to this, it's
we had a meeting today.
Blood flow restriction training. So there's been a lot of interesting studies and stuff like that that I've kind of found on that, and me and Isaac both agree that's just an interesting subject, because it seems like now with more at-home workouts, and not a lot of people have, you know, 2 benches like Mr. Isaac Wilson has.
2 benches now.
Wow.
Yeah, so going up and going up, now off the street.
And so blood flow restriction training's been kind of more apparent, and I think a lot of people are doing a little bit more research into it, but I think it's a little confusing. There's a little bit more pros and cons to it than most people think. And so even for me and Isaac, we don't know everything, so that's why we're going to start looking into that. But
I just thought that topic was really interesting too. Like, I don't know that much about it right now, other than like some of the obvious things about what like restricting blood flow would imply. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be really interesting. I'm really excited to be able to kind of break some myths, hopefully, you know, with blood flow restriction.
But we're hoping next Sunday. What is that? August 30th.
I'm bad with dates. Today's the 23rd, so.
So
the 30th.
Yeah, the 30th.
So
yes,
it sounds right.
Be on the lookout for that, and then Yeah,
Yeah, we'll keep doing our other segments as well. We don't know what the challenge is for tomorrow yet.
I do.
Oh, Brock does.
He's got it laid out.
If you're listening to this, it's dips.
Ooh, I love
Hey!
this. Hell yeah.
So, yeah,
Ooh,
that'll be fun.
that'll be interesting.
Yep.
Break it 90. Is that your?
Yep.
Okay.
Breaking 90. You know me. Come on.
Oh, I
Full
know.
range of motion.
Break
Yeah,
90 dips.
90 dips. I'm curious. Is it body weight? Body weight dips?
Yeah, lightweight dips.
Interesting. That's really uniform, pretty much.
You can add weight if you want.
Yeah, if you add weight, you get extra credit. But I mean,
Yeah.
body weight dips are kind of hard enough. So,
Yeah, body weight dips. Are fun. Yeah.
You put 2 plates on.
yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
Just get like 20.
Exactly.
Okay.
You heard it now, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't get 20. I know right now. You already know. I was just gonna do 20 with 90 pounds.
But
Did you guys used to watch Bro Science at all?
yeah. Oh yeah.
When he used to do it,
Oh, yeah.
when a cracker's crushed with my 90-pound ball sack every time I do dips, and he's got 2 plates, I was like, pow, 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 and the gunshots, dude. Those videos fueled my lifting
Oh, yeah.
career early on, for sure. Fueled, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel.
Phil.
Fueled. But yeah.
Alright, cool. So you hear it here first. You kind of know what the challenge is.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll come out tomorrow, and
Yeah,
so this podcast.
people can get ahead
so,
if they want to.
Hey,
Exactly.
why not?
Yeah. Will we get participation?
Yeah, probably. Hey, it's
Prizes.
not what we
Give
keep
the
trying.
prizes.
Hey,
Hit up. I mean, ask Abby Lashinsky and Emma.
they already got theirs. Very
They
pleased.
got their prizes.
Yep. Very pleased.
I forgot to come out with the post on Friday, but big shout out to Selma.
Uh-huh.
She did win her quiz.
She won the quiz. She got 4 out of 5. The only one she got wrong was Isaac's question.
Yeah, the
That's
gaming.
fair.
She said COD, didn't she,
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that one was kind of a hard one,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it was also a good question.
It was.
It does come up pretty frequently. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Every
Because-
other
It's
episode,
true.
at least.
Because did you see how I worded the question?
I did. I did.
I
Yeah.
said,
It seemed, yeah.
what game does
It
Isaac
claims he could. I'd love to see my skills sometime, but hey, we'll save it. We'll save it for a later date.
The boys here did get their shirts as well. They got the
Yep.
Feel Good Digital Media
Yep.
and Mindcation shirts. Noah's still yet to get his because he's kind
He's
of
been around.
and
Yeah.
he's been kind of in quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
All that fun stuff.
He's a busy man. He's a busy man. So,
Definitely.
but.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Mhm. How have you been?
I've been good. Like I said, first week of online was kind of legit. Honestly, I didn't look at class things until yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have quite a bit of stuff to do.
Yeah,
Really?
Like already.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't even have any in-person classes other than
Damn.
my lab.
Yeah.
My only in-person one, like required for me to go is coaching basketball, and it's one night every other week.
Okay.
So it's like, you
That
know,
sucks.
it's like
You don't have any labs?
no, I have one lab, but I don't have to
Okay.
take it.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's nice.
So then you don't have any.
So I don't have any lab.
Yeah.
But
What?
So you don't. Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long story short.
That's the only.
No lab.
I have 2 labs that are in person, but that's it.
Yeah,
And
Chem
then-
Lab's all I have
yeah.
in person, and then
I have
Easy.
exercise phys. We're gonna try to do that in person.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. I
That.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
You kind of
he's-
have to do that
yeah,
one in person.
he's
though.
gonna
That's
try
kind
to
of
do that one in person.
Good shit.
Well, because I don't.
It's
I
so
mean,
much
you
worth
could do
it.
the lecture online, but I don't know how you do the lab.
Yeah, you
You know,
couldn't
you
at
wouldn't be
all.
able to do the lab.
Because you use your own data.
Yeah,
for
you have to
everything.
get
Yeah.
baseline data from someone else.
Yeah.
And so that would suck though, because that's the whole reason
Stunts
why
the
you
learning.
take.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why you take that class.
And it's interesting to find out your own stuff too. Like,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, at least you don't gotta run though. Exercise testing, you gotta run. You probably don't care about that, but I care
Yeah,
about that.
I like
You
I
running.
almost
run a
got
mile
beat.
and a half. I almost
By
got
Abby
beat by
Lashinsky.
Yeah, shout out to Abby Lashinsky.
Abby
She's
again.
moving.
He's a
moving.
beast.
Like, dude, I think I ran a mile and a half in 14 something. I was jogging, didn't stop though. I was pleased with myself. I didn't stop for somebody who never runs.
Mhm.
Does any kind of cardio at all. Mile and a half, didn't stop. Very proud. But you know, at 14, 17 something, I think. It was definitely under 14:30 for sure.
Yeah.
So
That's good,
I'll
that's
take
good.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the
For someone who doesn't run,
Yeah, I'll take.
You
grabbing
didn't
that shit.
stop.
You know?
So, hey,
Yeah, that's all I care about.
that's the biggest
I
thing.
literally just picked one person and just ran with him like the whole time. I was like, we're probably about the
Good
same
pace.
Yeah, a good pace. Yeah, but yeah,
I'm
just
training
just
myself.
start kicking my ass.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is with running. You gotta find that pace, and you
Yeah.
gotta be able to.
Well, if I'm being quite honest, just thought of my boy David Goggins for a little bit. When it started getting hard, and I was like, he's not bitching out of this. This is a mile and a half. He does 100-mile races. Like, can you
I
imagine?
am 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, my bitch has it. Sucking air, dude. But yeah. So it was a little extra boost when I needed it, But hey, finished.
You're right.
Yeah, my VO2 max testing was not in the percentile that I wish I was in. Like, it's whatever. We're up there for
I mean,
like.
that's just one area you can improve in now.
Right. Hey,
Like,
that's a good point. Yeah.
That's a nice thing about fitness is that there's never really an end goal. If you get bored with something, not necessarily bored, but if you kind of get burnt out or something like that, switching it up is never a bad thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because there's so many types and different ways to get just try different things. So
Yeah.
if you ever want to run every Sunday, I run at home in the morning, bro.
Do you?
Yeah, nice little jog.
How many miles or like how long is it around?
It's 2 miles around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 miles.
Damn. I didn't think it was more than a mile, but damn, that's quite a bit. And then nice easy lap.
Yeah,
You
nice
can do
little-
2
nice-
miles.
Oh yeah, exactly. Nice little morning.
Yeah.
Nice little morning sweat.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I'll bike.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. You
Yeah, I'll bike and you can run on the side.
Exactly.
Yeah, how much of a bitch move that would
You
be.
just set the pace.
Yeah, I'll be the pace setter for Brock, dude.
If you're gonna be starting boxing training, bro.
Yeah, that'd
that
be fun,
requires
though.
some cardio.
Oh yeah, I have plans. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, I do. I'm excited though. Yeah.
So are you releasing your boxing match? Who you're calling out?
I don't think I'm gonna box anybody, but it's
That's
just
not
I'm
what
looking
you were
for like.
talking about before the podcast.
That is not what I was talking about before the podcast. I'm not boxing nobody so far. I gotta refine my skill. I think my boxing form's a little, like I don't know. Never took any time in training like that. Besides working with my boy Irv a couple times,
Oh yeah.
which I actually learned quite a bit in those couple sessions.
But,
like a lot.
No, I won't call him out because I missed the last one. So.
Were you gonna call out Noah again for not being here?
No, I was gonna call it Isaac for not being at the boxing match.
Yeah.
she found it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
fun,
that's
bro.
true.
Oh, those tacos looked.
Bro,
the
they were
tacos. And then
Flame.
the margaritas,
Just
the
all
burritos.
stacked in this stuff.
There's 30 tacos for Brock and I.
Yeah.
Did you guys eat them?
Not all that night. I think we
took
got-
some backsies.
I think we got through 22 of
Yeah.
them.
Damn, that's kind of impressive though. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's a decent amount of food, Like, hey, 10 tacos, that probably weighs.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, we're feeling good.
My record is 3 Chipotle burritos in under 30 minutes. That's the most I've ever eaten in the quickest.
You need to do some,
Other eating challenges. It's gonna be
Burrito.
starting a thick challenge.
Burrito El Rey at El Rey Taqueria, which is like on 27. They're fucking,
Bet.
their burritos probably this size. And then try to finish 2 of those bitches.
2?
2.
Yeah.
Alright, say less.
You won't.
You don't think so?
No.
Hey, if you give me time to train, bro. Because
No, no.
back then, hey, when I did the 3 Chipotle burritos, I was like 224 at that point. I was
Okay.
thicky Isaac, yeah.
Okay.
And then it was, I don't know, I was eating so much so often then because I was trying to get bigger for football.
Mhm.
But I didn't really have any like constraint and all.
Right.
Like I would just eat like 10 donuts.
Well, in high
Like,
school, you're not taught anything.
Oh no, I was
High school, you're just
like
taught
the
like,
bench, squat.
Lift heavy and eat. That's
Right,
literally-
deadlift
I mean,
was
that's
a
what-
shit though. I would like deadlifting, but
Well, yeah.
your form was kind of the straps, hell yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, speaking of straps, so I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and they had
Oh.
Mark Henry on there. You know, Mark Henry
Yeah.
used to be a powerlifter back
Uh-huh.
in the day, was
Mark Henry
world's strongest man at one
yeah.
point, like won that.
Crazy.
He was talking about like some of the things some of his best like lifting feats that he got. He's like, yeah, I squatted over 1,000, and then he's like, I see people out here deadlifting over 1,000 pounds, and then he's like, all I want to say is that when I deadlifted my 924, I didn't use no straps.
Oh, really?
He just like it was bare hands. It's like it's cool. When
Some people dog on that shit a lot though. Like if you can't hang on to it, dude.
like old school.
Well, yeah.
Oh, for
guys are
sure.
like bunch of wussies, like bunch of
Bitches.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. But like, hey, I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because yeah, there is definitely that one side of it. But like, I don't know. For somebody who competes hook grip, I think it definitely helps out a lot because it's just like you're practicing with the double overhand grip. But like, I can't double overhand deadlift probably more than like 365 for one, maybe. I don't even know if I can double overhand 365.
Really?
I think you
Really? I don't think I could double overhand 405.
I think
you could.
I think you could.
Stay tuned. We'll figure it out. My next deadlift day, I'll actually try it for sure.
Try it, yeah.
Just I don't know.
I bet you could.
I bet you could.
Really?
Like okay, so are you talking about like no chalk or anything?
No, I'm just talking like literally. I'll just go conventional. Just grab the bar. Just no thumbs underneath.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah.
No chalk.
No chalk. I'll just grab it.
I bet you could do it.
Yeah, I think you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could do it.
Really?
Yeah.
For one rep.
For
rep,
one,
you could do it.
absolutely.
Cause like
Interesting.
Because like
we'll
one
find out. I'd
rep,
be curious.
for one rep, my grip's okay. But if I'm doing like 6 or 5, yeah, then my grip's that's when I want to use straps. For
Yeah.
one rep though, I think you could. 405 though, yeah. How much you normally deadlift? Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know
I
about
think you
forms
could.
that strong.
I think you could do.
Yeah.
You would think.
I got to what like 4. Back when I actually deadlifted, it was like
Did you
465.
always double overhand?
Just normal overhand grip, no
Wow,
straps.
you didn't even go
Just-
mixed?
No.
Really? Interesting. That's actually very impressive. Because like I thought above 405 was very, very challenging, especially for like grip. But yeah, I don't know. I never trained.
Everyone got those working man hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the
Oh yeah. No,
flat, those
old
forearms.
fucking old man strength.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got that construction worker.
Sounds like a breeze, love.
So if you're watching this on, well, if you're just listening to this on our podcast, like on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you will not know the beauty of the video that's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are filming in person.
Yep.
So if you want to check that out, go onto our YouTube channel at Feel Good Digital Media is the YouTube video and our handles on our social media.
Yep.
Go ahead and give it a watch if you want to see what we're up to, kind of behind the scenes during our voices.
Yeah.
It's not as a
There was something else.
Big ol' Z, yeah. And then he's having a bunch of other really big names too. Robert Oberst is going to be lifting at this one after his recent few injuries. So he's still making a comeback from those for sure.
Yeah.
But he runs that strong butt, or what is it called? Fat but still pretty or something like that.
yeah.
But anyway, I like watching his stuff, and his podcast with Joe Rogan was really good too.
So do you think
Oh yeah.
with all these federations
And Rob Kearney.
Oh.
Kearney. He's
Yeah.
looking at that one too. I love his shit. He's good.
So do you think with all these federations that are starting up for strongman and stuff like that, do
Uh-huh.
you think it's going to get to a point to where it becomes difficult for someone to say this is the one world's strongest man? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying?
different? Yeah,
Do you
and
know what
it's
I
been going on for so many times. Just to bring up like the deadlift, for example,
Mhm.
like how do you classify the heaviest deadlift? Do you do it on an Eleiko bar? Like, do you do it? How big are the plates? Are you doing calibrated plates? Are you doing like a fucking axle deadlift? Is that the strongest deadlift in the world? Because the range of motion is shorter and you start like basically just below your knee. You know, like which one of these is classified as the heaviest deadlift ever? You know, like Thor broke the heaviest deadlift
Right.
ever, but technically wasn't the heaviest deadlift ever because axle deadlifts have gone above that, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know what you kind of decide is the deadlift one, but that regular Eleiko bar with Eleiko calibrated plates has been pretty much the gold standard for like any kind of deadlift, squat, bench records. So yeah, I don't know. It's going to take a very interesting turn, especially with Brian kind of starting this, and if he wants to start his own federation, like nobody knows quite yet what he's kind
Because
of
he's
cooking
not
up.
competing in it.
He is competing.
He is competing.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
yep.
He's running and competing,
Interesting.
yeah. But I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see what kind of sprouts out of this, and like
Right.
I don't know. somebody's got to establish a better hierarchy of order in the strongman because it's been in chaos for so long because of those same questions, like what really matters and like who's keeping track or who's like I don't even know. Yeah.
Because like if you know famous people like Brian Shaw and stuff like that who've competed and now they've made a name for themselves and they have a good amount of money. If you just have a bunch of those people start, what's gonna stop Thor from making his own strongman?
Exactly.
What's gonna stop
I mean,
Eddie
like,
Hall from making his? You know
right.
what? I mean, it just gets to a point to where it's like so much,
So saturated.
and then where is it? How do you then classify?
How does it stop? So I would say the one with like, I think people are pretty good, especially in the strongman industry. There's some lethal, like YouTube comment hunters, and I think those people kind of guide the trend of where things go. And I think whichever one gains the highest popularity or like trend status will kind of rise to the top as like the people's like, yeah, this is the federation that matters. This is the one we're going to trust because it's got the most views. And like, I for sure, I don't know if you guys do this, but if I'm just browsing YouTube in my free time, like the one with the most views is the one that I'll watch.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, because of that same thing, like, I think it's going to be very similar if it's going to kind of monopolize the thing, especially because Brian Shaw's been grinding on YouTube this whole time. Like, he's got so many very hardcore fans for the guy just because he is a genuinely good person and he puts out really good educational content too.
Right. Yep.
I think his personality on his videos is kind of funny because it's very clunky and very like
awkward. You can tell. Yeah. But I don't know.
That's what adds to it.
It adds to the sincereness of it. Like, he was really trying to do good for the people, So I'm really interested to see where his things go, for sure. Because he's a person too who has stayed very, very neutral on the Eddie Thor debate, because he did have that TV show with Eddie. So obviously, I assume he's closer with Eddie. But
right. Would you ever compete in strongman?
Nah, nope. It's not for me, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of their lifts, I think I would have to commit myself to a lot if I was going to be able to build my body to be good at those lifts, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, especially like log lift in particular, like that motion from when you deadlift it past your knees and rotate it up to like a front rack position. I think that movement right there would be just death for my back until I built up enough of like the core strength that those guys have is insane. So yeah, I don't know. That's one example.
Right. Yeah, I gotcha. Fair enough.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, switching up training modalities though is definitely super important. That's why I'm excited to start kind of boxing conditioning because it'll just be something different. But yeah.
When you say boxing conditioning, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I'm going to use boxing as my conditioning training because I've decided that my cardiovascular health is not really where I want it to be. So I'm going to use boxing workouts that I kind of put together or I watch because I'm going to need to watch a lot of more videos because I'm not that educated on it as conditioning to just kind of lose some fat and gain so I can get better breaths.
Because Mike Rashad, I think he's Mike Rashad. He's a boxer. He's like a bodybuilder boxer.
I'm sure I could find some good boxing coach videos on YouTube or something. But yeah, trying to find good like round workouts that I can get done in like 20 minutes.
Then you're going like heavy bag.
I have a heavy bag and a light like I don't know what you call that bag, small bag, the rhythm one. Yeah, speed bag. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But yeah, so I've got both of those and they're super retro, but trying to get the chains to hang them up and stuff. They're not hung up yet because I didn't have any chains. But
that is good.
Part of the process.
Played against sports.
Yeah, I was about to go there. I figured there because I don't have any boxing gloves. Like my Nick's got MMA gloves, but I don't really want to like strike with MMA gloves super hard all the time. So I don't know. I don't really know. I've never put them on. I just assume
MMA gloves are, depending on your boxing bag, it could hurt a little bit more and stuff like that. So
interesting.
Yeah, just because it's like you have less padding, but MMA gloves is.
You're gonna have to be careful. Don't hurt those wrists, especially if you're still competing.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely. Yeah,
the
wrists are important. Oh, for sure.
You wrap.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't not wrap, but yeah, for sure. Yep, competing is still a thing. I don't know when my next competition is though. There's one going on at Midland in November.
Yeah.
Yep, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that one still.
Just because
Yeah, just because of the Rona, and it's just, I think it's going to be, like, I'd be surprised. I've talked to some people that say it's definitely not going to get canceled, and then some people are like, there's no reason it's not going to get canceled,
Right.
you know? Like, they have this super big open gym, and it's, you have to wear a mask the whole time.
Mhm.
So it's like they could space it out enough, and I think it could be okay, but like, I don't really know. You know, I'm kind of perfectly fine with just trying to, just max out in the gym until things are a little bit better, like,
Well, because
as a nation.
you would compete at Midland
Uh-huh.
to gain points so you could qualify for nationals.
Yeah, I'm already like qualified, but like,
Okay,
yeah.
so
But you don't have to requalify?
then, right,
Since I'd have to requalify in the new year,
yeah.
so it'd have to be in like January, I think, or
Okay.
like, yeah,
See, that'll be interesting to see how they go about that.
yeah,
You-
absolutely.
And then, I mean, going back to like the strongman thing and stuff like that, because I understand like they're big on YouTube and stuff like that, but eventually and they're on ESPN and stuff like that, but with having so many different competitions,
Mhm.
is that gonna hurt their like chances of being big on television? You think? Because like with the
Oh, I
NBA or like NFL, they
Uh-huh.
have that one champion. They have the
The
NBA's
one big
got the
kahuna.
playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super Bowl for the NFL.
Right.
All the big sports have one big
Right.
competition.
Right.
So, do you think strongman is ever going to get there?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Worlds. Like World
Okay, that's
Strongman
true.
was the biggest one, and
Yeah.
then like the Arnold, I would say is the number 2.
It's true, yeah.
Like Arnold is like, the Arnold's like the peak
Right.
for all the
Yeah,
modalities, pretty
yeah.
much. I mean, that's been my goal for the
you
longest time.
compete
is
at the
getting better.
Arnold, you're well known.
Yeah,
You're well known.
I would count that as like a pro card
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
You know, like yeah, okay, yeah, you know, yeah, you deserve it. But yeah, getting invited to that's pretty insane. But definitely a goal for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, competing at one of those means would be insane. It's just on a different level.
Mhm.
Like they try super hard on making sure it looks all good. Like I don't know, mess ups are very rare.
Mhm.
And a lot of like sometimes too, like the refs are so different at those meets compared to like some of the other very local meets, like the Midland meets.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, if they can either be really horrible or like really good. You know, it's just I don't know.
Not right.
Luck of the game. That's anything though. You know, like
Like rack the right weights.
yeah, something. Yeah, shit.
Going back
Yeah,
to
fucking
that, yeah.
yeah, good old fuck. Yeah, I don't
Good
know.
old fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking more about it because I thought he was gonna reattempt it soon. The 800
Yeah.
pounds, Julius Maddox.
bench.
Yep.
He was like, nah,
Bench.
or what?
I haven't looked into it.
I haven't heard anything from him.
Yeah, because I bet he's got it in him, but I just want to see it. I just want to see it happen. You know, I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much the most recent drama within the strongman industry right now. Yeah, powerlifting's still really quiet though. Like nobody's just having meets very often.
You really can't.
Everything's pretty quiet,
Yeah,
yeah.
you really can't. Anything. You can't really.
Besides school, apparently on the north side of town, sometime this week they broke up like a party that was over 150 people.
No, they did. Yep. That was yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, Brock was there.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I was here.
Okay.
Just chilling.
That's
good.
good.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, even the amount of people downtown, like it's lots of people. Lots of people wearing masks outside.
Scary, yeah.
But yeah.
Before I was so rudely interrupted by the battery dying.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, for those watching on YouTube, you can see Brock's brand new apartment where
this is my studio.
his new living place that he so graciously offered to have us over to do this recording.
Moved in August 3rd, and yeah,
Wow.
just been putting it together slowly,
It's been
but
history.
surely, you know.
We're
It's a
Gotta
very
do what we
awesome
gotta do.
place.
so we got his casting couch now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty sturdy.
Got the boys on the casting couch.
You want to see that? Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the Arctic big title will be.
Casting couch.
Casting couch.
Our new casting couch.
Exactly. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know, clickbait.
Yeah. Podcast casting.
To
Podcasting couch. Pod, and then just leave it out, and then just say podcast couch.
But it's already a podcast.
Yeah.
So.
No, but you don't understand, like a pod, and then casting, and then couch.
Should I put that in like parentheses?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Parentheses, that's the word I was looking for. Yep.
So don't be surprised when you see that on the title and wonder what this episode's about.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
I mean, going back into competing last weekend, that was last weekend. Me and you watched the MMA fights.
Yeah.
Steve
What's-
Ed.
2 weeks.
Last weekend. 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 2 weeks.
I think
No, it was last weekend. It was last
last
weekend.
weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yep.
we watched Steve and
Cormier. Yeah.
fight. Cormier's retirement fight.
Yep. He almost lost his eye, basically.
Yeah.
Oh shit, though,
He got
really?
yeah.
Oh, I guess we
So
can.
swollen, or?
Yeah, he just took an eye poke.
Oh, I saw that.
And
I
his
saw
eye was
the, I
like
saw the picture.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was bad.
yeah.
It was a good fight.
That was
But
an eye jab. Like he almost gouged his eye with a finger. Yeah, he did. Right in his eye.
Right in his eye.
Yeah, he was like, ah,
I was a little disappointed too because the O'Malley fight before
yeah, that one was
O'Malley
a
just
dud as well.
took a step forward and screwed up his ankle.
Apparently, it said that it was. They think that one of his nerves in his calf died, and that's what caused him so much pain in the way. Like he took a calf kick that like, not died, but it basically was like a Charlie horse, like a dead leg, but to your calf.
Oof.
Oh.
Like extreme.
'Cause
so
I
that
mean-
he can walk on it.
Yeah, when like he just fell, like he just straight,
Oh,
like he took a
interesting.
step forward and like that dude.
And he still looked around for the round, and then
but you could
got
tell.
knocked out.
Yeah, you could tell.
He got knocked out. Yeah.
He was not 100%, which is disappointing.
That is super
Um,
disappointing.
I mean, yeah,
well, that's pretty wild. But Isaac,
Oof.
how many calf kicks are you willing to take until you can't even like?
Yeah,
walk
I don't know. Probably not a lot. Probably like less than 5. Until I can't walk on it physically.
oh yeah. Now that Noah's not, that's right.
Oh, we can't even have that argument. Remember when you were over and we watched the last UFC
Oh, yeah.
with it was Jorge Masvidal versus Usman,
Uh-huh.
and then Noah had the argument that he could beat one of the UFC fighter girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No chance,
Yeah.
bro.
No, yeah.
We still don't think. Noah, if you're listening to this, we still don't think that you can do it.
No, yeah. Me and Irvin talked about it.
I will say with complete confidence, any of those women would beat my ass, dude. Just,
yeah.
they could beat my ass any modality they pick, dude. I bet they could out wrestle me for
Oh,
sure.
100%.
Wrestling's the one I'm most confident in.
That's what they do for their career. So, and I mean the
Just get
interesting
slapped.
thing is that like me and Irvin were talking about it because like a lot of like the undercard fights and stuff like that, a lot of them are like police officers and firefighters and stuff like that, and we were like, that would be the worst day ever if you fucked with a police officer that's an MMA or UFC fighter.
Oh,
Like,
my
or like
God.
even if you're just at a bar or something like that, and you got into
didn't
some
know.
beef
Just,
with
yeah,
a
dude,
didn't
it's
know.
a security guard.
because
right
me
there,
and Irvin was
UFC
talking
fighter.
about, because like a lot of them don't look like. I mean, there's a few that definitely look like
Try to
fighters
run from that guy,
you're
you
not.
fuck.
That you, but like, I always forget his name. Not Stipe.
Yeah.
No, Steve. Who's Stipe fight?
Cormier.
Cormier.
Yeah, Cormier
Does
just
not look like a
has
fighter.
a
He looks like a
complete
dad.
bod, you know,
Yeah,
like-
he looks like a dad.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
a dad who will just take his sons or daughters
To
to their
baseball,
baseball game and
yeah,
stuff like that, and
stuff
just
like
chill.
that, yeah.
But like, think about like getting in some beef with him or something like that, and then he just either
Just
knocks
go
your
1-2
ass
on your
out,
ass,
or
yeah,
just gets to the ground and just like gets
Just
you.
ground pound.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Stipe's a firefighter.
Yeah.
You know, and
Like-
there was this, and it's crazy how fast they can like submit you, right? Like
Yep.
Rocco, we were talking, and then one of the fights started. This is like a girl fight, and then I don't know, maybe less than a minute went by, and the girl submitted the other one, but like through an armbar.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brock like looks back, and then he's like, "Wait, is it over?" And it's
Yeah.
like because
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
not that
quick.
shit.
It was that
because
quick.
she was, it probably if it would have gone 10 more seconds, probably would have snapped her up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. Anytime like that position happens, I'm like,
I would tap real quick.
oh, so fast. Yep, I've seen the foot one too. Have you seen the foot
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Oh, the foot. Oh.
Because me and Irvin were talking about it. We were like, those. To be a UFC fighter, you have to have this mentality where you're going to go in the ring and like die. But
You
at the
have
same time,
Yeah.
you have to also think about it as if, when you do get in submissions, usually it takes them like 10 to 15 seconds to sometimes a minute to tap out because they're trying to find a way out.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm sure what's going through their head, they're like, I can withstand this pain because I've already kept it that long, but I'm sure they're like, I have to tap out because if they do end up breaking my arm, which they will,
Yep.
that's going to take me out of fights. That's
Oh,
going
in
to
the
impact
future.
my
That's just
income
for
and stuff
money.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. Like, I wonder what, like, the logic and just the, like, what they think about in their
Their
fights.
mentality.
You know what I mean? Like, because, like, with powerlifting, you said, when you go into your big lifts, you just kind of flip a switch and
Yeah.
go, you're just like, I'm going to go and get this off.
Mhm.
With, like, UFC and stuff like that, I feel like if you turn your brain off, you're going to get
Dead.
kicked
Yeah.
across the
Yeah.
fucking face.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out,
For sure.
essentially. Because, like,
Super
if you're
good.
not thinking about what your opponent's doing, you're done. Like, there's, like, I don't care how mad you can get. If you go in trying to fight with,
Yeah.
just fear and rage in your eye, yeah, adrenaline can push you along so far until you get some flying kick out of nowhere and just get
Yeah.
kicked across the jaw and
It's
you're
all
out.
seconds to catch a knee to
Yeah.
the mouth.
Exactly. That'd be the worst thing. Well, we were seeing the fight where the dude was just like had him in a hold, and they're both standing, but the dude was just kneeing.
Yeah, he just had him
kneeing
up against the cage
Yeah.
and just kneeing because
In the hamstring.
right? Like his
and
hamstring.
then the dude breaks it, and then he just
goes back
continues
to
to walk.
normal. It probably took like 15 knees to
Yeah.
the hamstring, and then just kept going.
And I'm like, I get one dead leg to the knee,
And
I'm
I'm-
out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
crying like
yeah.
a baby. I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave me alone for the rest of the day, because like
Yeah.
that leg's gonna be sore all day long from that one.
Not worth it at that point. Huh?
And so it's just like that mentality that you gotta have.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
trying to withstand punches, right? Like let's say they have you like in a full guard or something, and they're just like wailing on your head, and you're gonna take shots to the head, and you just
You
kind of have to just
You
keep
have to. Yeah.
keep moving.
Mhm.
You know how awful that'd be.
Oh
You
yeah.
just gotta keep alive because you can come back. For sure.
All it takes is one punch.
But that just, I mean,
All it takes is one punch. That's what I think all the time too.
I look at it as that just shows you how strong, like, if you can somehow get in that headspace and if you can get that mental game to where you're like, with doing anything, like you can do it. It's just, I mean, I wonder what like those fighters go through and like how they train, just
Oh,
not
for sure.
physically but their minds.
Can you imagine David Goggins as a fighter?
Oh, it'd be
He's
scary.
gone.
It'd be scary.
He had broken legs and he's still.
He's gonna for real take souls that point. Like Jesus. Yeah.
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 Just that mental aspect.
I wouldn't want to fight him now, even when he's untrained for
Yeah.
that shit. Like,
I mean-
I probably got like 50 on him, 50 pounds. He's a pretty light guy. Whew. No way. Count me out. Mhm.
Got nothing else, boy.
Yeah.
What's your mouth on?
Gatorade.
Yeah, the Gatorade, yeah.
Interesting.
Same in my mouth. I've been down in that thing though. I gotta replenish my fluids. I haven't been drinking much water lately.
I was excited. I went to the dentist the other week.
Fucking hate the dentist. I hate the dentist.
Stares at the camera. I hate the dentist.
This fucking sucks, dude. It's just filled with terror
Why do you hate the
and
dentist?
horrors. It's one of my pet peeves, like the scraping of my teeth and the vibration through my whole skull and like the sound of it. It's like, stop, dude. Never had a cavity though. Never had a cavity. Yeah,
I have a crown.
Yeah? Hell yeah.
Because when I was like little, like the molar came in, it was like half like already like rotten basically. Like it didn't.
Oh
like,
wow,
didn't
yeah, it
work.
was just, yeah.
So they had to do a root canal.
Invasive maneuver. Yep. I've watched that surgery on like
Why?
you don't know the random shit that pops up in my feeds, dude.
I don't
Like,
think
clearly
I would-
not.
I don't think I would.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
But that was
You
one
never
of the
watched
worst
it?
experiences
I
because
bet. Yeah.
so I was awake the whole time, right? They just put that little like plastic guard over your mouth so that things don't go in your throat or whatever. And then as you breathe, you feel like it's gonna go in or whatever time. So you feel like you're suffocating like for an hour while they're doing it. And then when they did it, I went home and I was in so much pain because normally people have like 3 nerves. I had 4, so they missed one that was just
Oh,
exposed
shit.
to just oxygen or whatever, and just make it hurt so fucking bad.
Oh, of course, yeah. Ooh, nerves, dude. Don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with
Don't
your
fuck
nerves.
with your nerves.
Be a single, bro. That's a good song. Don't fuck with your nerves. I like it, dude.
So it was sad that we couldn't have Noah here today.
I know.
Easy suicide. Would have been, I mean, perfect. A lot of talking topics that Noah would have had
I have a very strong opinion about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I know. We'll have to delay our argument with him.
Yeah,
getting
Yeah,
the-
before he has an argument, everyone who's listening to this, DM us, message us,
Yeah,
whatever.
we're
Put it
critical
on your
of them.
story if you want to. Vote. Could Noah be a UFC women's fighter?
You know what? We'll make that a poll on our story at
Yes.
some point this week.
Yes.
There's
He's
no-
the only one out of all four of us that says he can.
Even Slate said he could.
Right.
Rookie mistake, dude. Yeah, I got nothing else to say more than that, dude. You're thinking, hey, never underestimate your opponent. I'm always on the cautious side. Hey, adapt and react. He's not adapting or reacting to that. He's just Top Gun. Yeah, fuck. Yeah,
But we do miss Mr. Noah.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
hope that we can have him again next week. Hopefully this format works.
Yeah.
I'll have to look back at the video and see if any of this is actually usable or
Right.
not.
Right.
Definitely the audio will be out though.
Yeah, the audio will be out tomorrow as normal. I guess we never even addressed it. We didn't record last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about it. I worked all weekend. And
Yeah.
And I mean,
Starting school and
Starting
stuff,
school. It was online format. It was just weird. We were all very busy,
Very
but
busy.
hopefully, we're more consistent like this.
Yeah.
Like I said, Study Sunday starting next week. We are planning.
Yep.
It'll be fun. 4 to 5 minute videos.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And yeah, if you
Hey,
want
how
to
you
learn,
doing?
if you want to learn some interesting information from some studies,
Yours
me and
truly.
Isaac look into.
Damn right.
Tune in.
I started my grad school application.
Yeah.
It's due February 1st, so
Oh,
kind of excited to get that
not
done.
for a while. Yeah. It's good to get it done early though, you know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess I can update the people, so I became the SCCR Special Programs intern. So I get to be an intern now because of a class, first of all. Well, that was a whole story, because on Tuesday I find out that I need to get an internship for one of my classes. And they were like, yeah, figure it out by the end of the week, have an internship. So
Yeah.
best way for me to finesse that was through the rec, and it worked out.
Oh yeah.
So that was dope. And it was for 488.
Mm-hmm.
So the one where you had to have a client, like they said I had to get an internship.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Huh. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It works out.
It's a hard time to get an internship right now, though.
Yeah.
You know, everything's so shut down. Nobody's got the resources.
But it worked out. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for that.
Hell yeah.
We're all moving up in the rec.
I know.
You became a supervisor. You became a supervisor.
You know, yeah.
You
it's,
became a supervisor. You moved
yeah,
up.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, you can count that.
Okay, we're all moving up in the programs we want to move up.
Hey, there
into.
you go. Hey,
Because
that's
you
true.
got
Become a personal
certified
At a
personal
different
trainer.
place. Yeah.
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 So hey,
Shout out Reimer's Performance
hit up Isaac,
for all your strength and conditioning needs.
or else or else if you want a more experienced trainer, you can
Hey.
come to the campus
Ooh.
rec.
Hey, okay. Bro, you didn't say that. We're gonna end this podcast. Thank you. No shit. But
No.
Yeah.
No, I know Isaac is a great personal trainer. If you're
Oh
looking-
yeah.
He's gonna be a good trainer.
Yeah, it'll be
He'll
fun.
be a good trainer.
Most of my experiences with sports teams, though.
Mhm.
So developing
Oh,
athletic
I mean, that's why I
performance,
think it'll be interesting to hear from your aspect because, like,
powerlifting and
from
athletic
you, it's gonna
performance.
be. I mean, it's gonna be a difference from like a one-on-one, and then you're the trainer. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
cueing and stuff like that. Like, with like athletes and stuff like that, I feel like you're working in a group, so you're looking for very specific things. But
For
then
sure.
like once you become a one-on-one personal trainer, you can really fine tune.
Oh, for sure.
And then like
I'm excited
it
about that.
becomes so exciting when you see your client make progress. Like,
Right. Well,
so
I'm excited to develop more of like the in-depth relationships. Like it's hard to do that when like a whole team comes in and
Exactly.
there's like 3 coaches, and so you're constantly walking around trying to assess for them and make sure people are doing their stuff, doing their sets, doing their weight they're supposed to. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, it'll be different though. But I think a lot of the same concepts are
Oh yeah, for sure.
in terms of like buying into your programming and what you kind of want to take hold in your reputation and stuff, for sure.
You're gonna need to check in with the homie Mark at Reimers, because he's the only one that gave us feedback on these podcasts.
Yeah.
How are we going? Now that it doesn't come to the record,
I was Snapchat. Yeah. Shout out
Shout out Mark.
Yeah, yeah.
fucking Mark, dude.
True fan.
True fan. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah.
Anyways, I think that's the episode.
Yeah.
Before we prolong this even more, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll be back again next week with the full squad. And yeah, follow us on our social media at Feel Good Digital Media, and then at Mindcation. Be on the lookout for the challenge tomorrow. Be on the lookout for Study Sunday next week.
Yep.
And then for whatever other posts we come up with for the week.
Do the challenges. They're easy.
We got
And
prizes.
the prizes are fucking worth it, dude. They're fucking worth it. The time it takes to do this shit, 10 seconds. 10 seconds it takes to do this shit.
It's like $1 per second that we're giving.
Exactly.
Oh, $1 per second, easy. Easy.
So.
Bunch of hoes. Those are headaches, is what they are, dude. Alright.
But yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, that's all we have this
Yeah.
week.
Thank you,
Hopefully
non-ho
you guys have a
people.
wonderful week. Shout out to the non-hos out there.
True ones, listen to this.
But any parting words for the people?
Do the challenge, please.
Yeah.
Do the challenge, please.
Talk much love. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we'll see
Video
you guys.
content's way better, in my
True.
opinion.
I agree.
Share it.
You can kind
Yeah,
of
it's
see
way
it.
more
Yeah,
fun.
share it.
Yeah. Share it.
Kind of help us out a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
trying to
seriously.
grow. Like, please, we beg you. Help us out. But yeah, that's all. We'll see you guys again next week, and maybe we'll come live to you again from the Mindcation casting couch. So,
Hey, there we go.
so have a wonderful week, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Ciao.
See you.
Bye.